Man, I don't even use Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You've been using it more since we swapped our group chat over.
Oh yeah, that's true.
That's like Twitter by force, though.
I have for not doing any notable posts. 11 followers is pretty incredible.
Oh, we're already live.
Hello, everybody. How we doing? And welcome to the VGRCast, our weekly podcast about anything and everything in between. This week, I am joined by my lovely friends Ryan, Monica, Mike, and Steve. My name's Kevin, and welcome to the show.
Why are we completely unable to do a normal ass intro? It's always some fucked up shit.
I was trying something new. I was trying something new.
I'm just like, oh, that's us. Why are you
trying something new? I don't know. Just not telling you guys we're live and just kind of
having a discussion and then announcing that we're live. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean
that's the off-topic way.
Yeah,
is it?
Well, it was.
And
then it was pre-COVID.
Oh, okay. I never watched or listened to Off Topic.
Oh,
it's super fun.
Hello, everybody. How are we doing?
Oh,
hi.
I have a space cow. You
have a what? Space cow? Space
heater.
heater.
I just put my space heater away a couple days ago because I thought it's like finally starting to warm up down here.
Yes, the meteorologists who kind of know what they're doing are saying that we should have had our last snow or last big bout of snow.
Is Tom Skilling still around?
Yes, he is.
One of the best in the business.
Oh God.
Is he?
Fuck.
He's the one that goes into like the super detail, right, on Facebook?
I don't know. I just know him from WGN.
I don't follow him on Facebook.
There's a substitute teacher I had that was a contributor to the weather report with Tom Skilling, and I can't remember his name now. Oh God, I can picture him, and I can't. Fuck. Oh well.
Oh well. The story went nowhere. Thanks. I'm just being mean, right?
Got old people brain, much like us having old people bodies this week, apparently.
Oh man, fucking old people. Hey, real quick, thanks Nat for the 15 months of subscription services. Whatever. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Though the Danny fell out of the cup. 15 months. Wow. I know Ryan did that the other day, and I'm like, wow, 15.
Literally yesterday.
I know. A long time. Half of it was COVID time, though, so actually more than half of it. Yeah,
I was gonna say it's definitely more than half.
only 3 months were not COVID. Hey, and thank you, Steve, for the 14 months. I
just realized this entire podcast has been in COVID.
Yeah, that's why we started the podcast. Pretty much, is because I was sitting there and I'm kind of like, this would be a fun thing to do to keep up.
Yeah, and I kept asking, so when's the VGRcast gonna start?
Yeah, and then 1 week it was just, okay, we're doing it. And then we did it.
And then I was just like, oh, fuck.
And now it's been 39 weeks and we haven't missed one.
Oh, shit,
we missed a couple. Or have we?
I don't think we've ever missed
days, but we haven't missed any.
Which, we might change days later eventually. Just at some undisclosed time when COVID ends, because Tuesday is a better date night for Christine and I, so we might flip back eventually later, not anytime soon.
Good to know. But
yeah,
anyway.
What a segment. We're old.
Yeah,
it was.
I'm wearing a back brace because I hurt my back earlier today.
Oh.
my thing was gonna be, it was Saturday, no, it was Friday night, and we went to we went away over the weekend with Christine's parents, and we were just kind of hanging out, drinking, playing board games, and we were playing Settlers of Catan, and it hit like 2:00, and I was like, damn, it's late.
AM or PM?
AM. And then
2 AM is pretty late.
Well, but then yes, it's late now, but like freshman year, Kevin. Freshman year, Kevin, like 10 AM was, or 2 AM was like most nights.
Yeah, I was
Kevin.
there.
Freshman year was 10 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
I don't think so.
Oh, close.
Not quite.
No,
well,
not quite.
Not for us.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he's
close,
he's 2 grades behind you, Steve, remember?
Close, though. I mean, freshman year was what, 2012?
Probably about 9 years.
It's almost 10 years away from me.
Yeah, me as
I
well.
I don't like that. I do not
Yeah.
like that thought you just
I
put into my
know.
head. Next fall
Yeah.
will be 10 years of since freshman year college.
Yeah.
I do not
Yeah.
like that thought. Please remove that thought from my brain. That is an illegal thought. It is trespassing.
That
Uninstall.
is an illegal thought.
It is trespassing in my safe space. Please leave.
Yeah, I've
Control
almost been
panel,
out of
uninstall
college.
program.
I've
Take it off this
almost been out of college for 5 years. I don't like that.
Wait.
I have been out of college for 5 years, so
Because I graduated in
Wait,
2016.
6 then.
So, like,
Yeah, Mike, we have been out in 5 years.
well, in like 2 months I will be.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, that's a long time.
let's
No, it is 7.
let's let's try to get back on track so we don't
We're
have the
old.
red set in.
Well, that's the theme of the podcast. We're old.
Don't let it set in. Don't let it set in.
Yeah.
I can
Really,
move on.
the back brace is more for preventative measures at this point because I think it was like a couple months ago, I actually did pull my back and
Easy.
like it was painful. You'll remember that.
Yeah, I remember
It
that.
was during the podcast, I think. We talked
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, so it's like this is more for preventative measures because I felt a little twinge earlier at work today, so I'm like, oh, let me put this on just so I don't fuck with anything.
Just in
Mike, you
case.
should do some core exercises.
I should do exercises, Steve.
Well, yes,
Same.
but core exercises specifically is what I have to work on because my back is better now, but is weak as fuck. So
Yeah.
like core
Also-
exercises have reduced my back pain immensely. It's great.
Yeah. Also,
Immensely.
sleeps on a couch.
Yeah, that'll
Mike.
do it.
Fucking bed.
Beds
You
cost money.
fucking weeb.
Beds cost money.
Huh?
Beds do cost money.
No,
This is
no,
true.
Mike's.
I recently had.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with me being a weeb, Steve. That's to do with me being poor.
Big.
And also not having space in your house for a fucking bed.
Yes, that is also true.
He
And
does
why
got
did
you
we-
there. Your bedroom is filled with anime crap.
No, my office is filled with anime crap. This
That-
was never a bedroom.
Then where is your bedroom?
I don't have one.
Oh, okay. So just your sister has one?
Yes, my sister.
Mike, why don't
has
you
one.
compromise and get a folding couch?
Or
Also costs money.
or go full weeb and get a bedroll
I
on Amazon.
I could. It would. But also, my dad's finally clearing stuff out of another room down the hall there, so that might eventually become my bedroom.
I was gonna
Since
say
he-
like you can get like a cheap mattress and like frame for like $1,000 or under at like IKEA.
Yeah.
Mike
So-
doesn't have 4 digits in his bank account.
Fair.
Yeah.
4 digits is a lot of digits.
It is.
We old is the topic at hand.
It's been the topic.
Now I'm looking up bed.
My monitor flickering on and off again. I can roll out motherboard on that one because fun fact, my computer's back. My tower's back, and I'm on my tower now.
Yay!
Yay! I can play games that aren't 30 years old now.
And there was much
Hey, don't
rejoicing.
hate on games that are-
Damn, even these are
Oh.
expensive. Like the fuck, there's
I-
like Japanese style ones, but they're still like $150.
I tried playing a game called System Shock 2, which is like
Oh, I
That's a
know
relatively older
that
game.
too.
it's really old and like it was to the point where I'm just like, this is too clunky. I cannot play this. I am not having fun. It was, the story is interesting enough, but like I have zero. But unless it's like it's not even the graphics, it's just the gameplay is super clunky. And given it's like from 90 something, fair enough. But like it just ain't. I just ain't about that.
Mm.
So I just want to get a little bit of elaboration on this. Where the item says U.S. vaccines are on the way. We're nearing the end. Texas, hold my beer. Why does Texas?
Oh
have-
God! Oh, that's right. You don't follow all these Texas people on Twitter.
No, I don't.
Essentially,
Yeah,
I
the,
only
the
follow Twitter.
Yeah,
That
three
was
of
Oh,
us.
what's
right.
disgusting to lead into the podcast is that I don't fucking use Twitter.
Yeah.
the
So
uh,
anyway,
So I
three-
assume you're.
three of us are-
I assume Texas people. You mean Rooster Teeth.
Yes, three
Yeah,
of us
okay.
are very big Rooster Teeth fans here, and they were kind enough to let Twitter know that good old Governor Abbott decided to open everything.
No more mask mandate.
All at
Everything's back to
once.
100%. No
I did see
zoning.
someone make a thread of Austin businesses that were sticking with their current requirements. So
Good.
that was cool.
Patronize them.
Patron.
What is it about Texas that just bleeds dumb? Like the only place I think more dumb might be Florida.
Yeah, Florida. Florida got some dumb. But
Florida
also,
is so dumb.
it also sucks because like the actual like more liberal parts of Texas are gerrymandered to fuck, so they can't
Yeah.
do anything.
I am. Well, this is my shocked face.
Yeah.
Wow, you're really
Did we talk
Gerrymandering to create a
about
grup.
Ted going to Cancun?
What?
Yeah. Did we?
That
Wait,
was
did we?
we might
I
have
don't
brought it up
remember
Oh,
if we
I don't think we
briefly.
brought it up actually.
Was that did that happen after the podcast last week?
It might have happened. Yeah, it
Was
happened
that-
directly
that
after the
on-
podcast.
Was that last week? Does time even exist anymore? Fuck
Nope.
me, dude.
Nope, you're old.
Ted
We're
Cruz
all
fled the country
No, it's
during
not
their.
that I'm old. It's just,
No.
this,
No, Kevin, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt. His children begged him
Yes.
to leave.
His children, yes, and he was like, "I got to be a good dad."
Does anyone know like what part of the Bible it's where it says it's okay to throw your children under the fucking bus?
I'm
Matthew
pretty sure there's
14:12.
Leviticus 12.
I'm pretty sure there's one where God tells
Yeah. It's
Job
somewhere in
to
Leviticus.
kill to knife his son. That says lol JK.
No, that's Genesis. That's Abraham. That's literally the first one.
I don't fucking know, dude. I
Job,
don't, like,
Job
shows
is
you
the
what
guy
I know.
that Job is the guy that he makes his life hell.
I'm
Yeah.
a fucking
And he,
atheist.
because Satan's pretty much like, Job only loves you because you give him everything, and then God's
Such
like,
a Pisces thing to say.
and then God's like, no, I'm gonna take everything away from Job, and you'll see that he still loves me. And do you want to know why? Do you want to know?
Kills his crops, makes him a cripple.
Yep. And like burns his house
God
down
is
and
a-
shit.
God is a dick.
Well, and
Yeah.
then do you want to know why I know that story so well?
Simpsons.
Pray tell.
Close.
Kingdom
South
Hearts.
Park.
Oh.
South Park.
Fair enough.
No, but that just makes Satan seem like the good guy, and God sound like a fucking psychopath in an abusive relationship with humanity.
Semi related tangent. There are a couple of my favorite movies that I discovered that were made by the same people as Repo the Genetic Opera. Is called Devil's Carnival, and then the sequel Devil's Carnival Alleluia explores that, where essentially God is the bad guy, and
If you read the Bible, God is
Wasn't that-
absolutely the bad
well, I don't read the
guy.
Bible
Wasn't
because
that
I
the
was
plot of Preacher too?
What?
Preacher?
Yeah, isn't that something about Preacher where like Jesus is just a fucking bum or something?
That sounds hilarious. I must watch it.
But
but-
anyway,
No.
Texas is
God's
still-
out there turning people into like pillars of salt for daring to look back at a city or some shit like that. God is not a good guy.
But before we go too far on this tangent, Texas.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Texas.
Even if shout out to our dear friend Nathaniel, who is weathering that storm down there.
Oh, he's in Texas.
he lives in
Why?
yeah, he's
Texas?
in Texas.
Wow.
Well, the actual storm's over.
I know, but just
The last effects are going to be long into this year.
There's still people who don't have power. So
Seriously?
So Texas
Yeah.
is the Puerto Rico of the United States.
oh god.
With more
Yeah.
racism
Well, see
and less.
see what happened with
people
that
of
one
color.
is most like regions of the US ascribe to certain like electric boards, like the entire West Coast has
Yes.
its own thing. It's not just Texas decided, well, we don't want to deal with all that regulation and stuff, so we're just gonna have our own power grid.
Because that's just how the Texas do.
And so I also read an
The
article
Mentis
where it's
shrimp.
like basically what happened is the people who run the power plants had to turn them off willingly, because if they didn't, the generators would just blow up
Yeah.
and the effects would last for months longer.
Mm-hmm. I read about that.
Fair enough.
That's fucking.
Ryan,
But-
Ryan,
So
it's
how's
kind
that
of fun.
non-regulation treating you?
And then people got slapped with something like $16,000 power bills because fuck you. Basically, just fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Also, fuck you.
Damn. That's like 80
That's
there too.
insane. I would just straight up refuse to pay it. Shut off my power. I'll take you to fucking court.
Apparently, yeah.
Good win.
I was listening to some of the RT podcasts. Apparently, Fiona and a few other people were stranded at an Airbnb during it. So
What?
yeah, like they were
Not even
they
in their
were
own
having
home.
a party for like the Dead Little Roosters rap or something.
Yeah.
And they just got stranded there, and they were
Damn.
questioning whether they had enough food.
I'm
finished.
genuinely wondering why people haven't burned the CEO's house down.
The CEO
Um,
of what? Do you think if we
CEO
don't
of
even know what it
Texas.
is, you think they know what it is?
The CEO of
No,
Texas.
Whoever's running the
The
power
CEO
company.
of Texas.
No, the
He's
got a really big
CEO
hat.
The person, well, one Ted Cruz and two the guy who's
Oh.
like runs the power company.
All that
the
I'm thinking
CEO.
about
Oh, go ahead.
is just the one scene in SpongeBob where they're goading Sandy to try to follow him. It's just the Texas.
Texas.
Stop that right now.
Shout out to Beto O'Rourke though for actually being like on the ground helping people out and shit.
Yeah, he's got a future.
AOC raised like $4 million or
AOC
some
went
shit like
there.
that. And went there, handed out, volunteered a soup kitchen, and the conservatives are just like, oh, she's just doing it to make us look bad. Well, stop making
Yeah.
it so fucking
Stop
easy
hitting
then.
yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
I was gonna have two comments. One, the CEO of Texas is just the guy in Texas who has the biggest hat. That's just law. He becomes CEO of Texas.
Doug Dimmadome.
Exactly.
Doug Dimmadome.
Or Rick Perry.
Or Rick Perry.
I prefer Doug
Um,
Dimmadome. At least Doug Dimmadome actually seems to have a conscience. So
Well, it's just so funny though
I thought
because
it was-
like. Sorry, go ahead.
I thought it was the guy who owned the Dallas Cowboys.
Doug Dimmadome.
We should have named the podcast "Sorry, Go
Basically.
Ahead."
Honestly, yeah.
And it's
I
just
mean,
us interrupting each other the whole time.
We should have like a
This
talking
is different
stick.
from any other podcast.
That's fair. What else I was gonna say
most
is,
podcasts don't record on Discord.
yeah, currently
I'd
probably
say
a lot of them.
do now.
Well,
Yeah.
now, yes, but like,
Well, I mean, if it wasn't COVID times, I would absolutely invite people over if they wanted to
Oh,
come
yeah.
over and do it live. Future
Fuck it.
stuff.
Doing it live.
But what else I was gonna say is that it's funny because AOC and Ted Cruz have like an ongoing beef at all times on Twitter.
they're just
Do
shit
people ship
talker.
AOC and Ted Cruz?
Huh?
Shut
people
the fuck
ship
up,
AOC?
Ryan. You are banned from this podcast. Get out.
Shipping real
Oh.
people is
No,
weird.
people ship. People gotta ship Ben Shapiro and AOC, and I just find
yeah,
that
that's
funny.
that's one of the more common ones.
Or more like Ben Shapiro lusting after AOC's feet pic.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
I like family ship AOC and Bernie.
Oh, like
yeah.
Grandpa?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cute.
I can get behind.
I can get behind
But
that.
he dared shit talk her at the what was it, CPAC this weekend, and it's just like, bro, she did more for your state than you've done in the past week than you've done in ever.
The only
Speaking
thing I
of
saw from
CPAC
that was Ted Cruz's comment on like Orlando. Not as nice as
Speaking of
Cancun.
CPAC, two really interesting things came out of that. One, the owner of Goya Foods declared that Donald Trump is still the president. And also the stage just so happened to accidentally be shaped like a Nazi insignia. Not a swastika, but like a different one.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
I
this
saw
one.
that.
Didn't
Yeah.
Trump also come out and like
Yeah.
bash trans people or something?
Yeah, probably. Fuck him.
I'd
Probably.
He's just
One of
copying
them
the smarter people's talking points. There was also unironically a golden statue of Donald Trump wearing like American flag shorts and sandals in
Yes.
a golden statue. Have you guys read the fucking Bible? Like, it's so on the fucking nose. Like, Moses had a whole shtick about this shit. He yeeted some stone tablets over it. Fuck, guys, come on.
So what you're
Yeah.
saying is one of us has to dress up like Moses and go down to wherever this statue is
I
and
really
just
think
yeet.
I really think that'll still be too subtle for them. Like these people are just genuinely
Just be like,
the least self-aware people on the planet.
Speaking of COVID, it's like
Wow,
Christine's.
that was a transition.
Well, because we're kind of talking about politics, but so
That-
like
I'll
it
let
started with a
slide.
COVID talk, is what
Fair
it started
enough.
with.
started with an everything talk.
Yeah, that's fair.
I hold here these 10 commandments.
10 commandments.
Is that a Family Guy joke or is that a Robot
That's
Chicken joke?
a History of the World.
Yes.
Part 1.
Mel Brooks.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. Haven't seen it, but I know that's where it's from. It was mentioned on Twitter or something recently.
I saw like a commercial for it when I was
Yeah,
a
you're
kid.
right. Yep, you're right.
That scene.
I've definitely seen it before. 15, 12 10 commandments.
COVID.
Yeah, so like Christine is so double-headed story kind of. Well, I actually watched SNL this weekend for once. Just because it was on.
Fair enough.
And the opening bit was like who gets a COVID shot, and it was pretty much this whole stupid thing, and it ended up with this guy who was like super eligible, and then they were like, awesome, yeah, you can get the COVID shot, and he was like, great, do I get it backstage or take it home? And he's like, oh no, you can just sign up online now. Oh, is it just like a ticket system, or do I take a ticket? No, you have to wait for an opening. The openings open up 24 hours in advance on midnight. do you have a young person that can sit in front of a computer for 3 days straight for you?
I've been like tangentially. I qualify, or not tangentially. I qualify for the COVID vaccine. Finding an appointment is fucking a bitch and a half.
Yeah, and that's what Christine's been dealing with for the last like 2 weeks. Is like because apparently what you have to do is, and she found this out the other day from a coworker, is you pretty much have to stay up till midnight, and at midnight just start refreshing every page you got, just on all the different like appointments, because they pretty much open up at midnight.
They were gonna apply the PS5 sales model.
Yeah,
to
yeah, that's exactly what it is. Like, why isn't it just like a stupid like? Why don't they just give people like a time in a day? You know, like if you want the shot, come in on Friday at 2. If you're not there, you sacrifice the shot.
So here's some real fucking bullshit.
Alright.
So
Hey, Chris.
So on I think it was Monday, or I think it was like Sunday. Well, when was it? It was Monday. Anyway, let's say Monday. So anyway, doesn't matter. Earlier, I saw a bunch of appointments showed up on CVS. I was just like, yes, I can get in. But I was just like, but it makes you schedule dose 1 and 2 simultaneously. I couldn't fucking. But then, so I was like, oh, okay, I'll pick this one. Oh, it's close to my work. Okay, let's select dose 1. Go to select dose 2. It tells me there's no fucking appointments, so I can't even schedule dose 1. So. Fuck me, I guess. So I'm just gonna. Next time I see appointments pop up, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna call the like Walgreens stealth and figure it out.
I'm so far down the list, man. Like, I'm just waiting till all this shit kind of settles. I'm not that essential.
You're probably like 1C or maybe even phase 2.
Probably.
You might be 1C, Monica. I mean, does communications count as your job?
I mean, I work for a law firm that does debt collection, so
maybe not then.
Because
I've seen some. I remember seeing somewhere that information technology and communications is 1C, or is included in 1C. So that's when I can get mine.
But like I said, I'm in no rush.
Mike and Ryan, I'm pretty sure you guys are eligible.
Yeah, you guys are absolutely eligible. You guys are.
I can't afford to not work, so if it's not
True.
open on the weekend, I can't get it.
I believe they are open on the weekend, but it's more like a good fucking luck getting one.
Yeah, everyone's gonna go on the weekend.
The only appointments I saw were for Wednesday of this week, and now they're all gone. So
Can't
Yeah, I
go
mean-
on Wednesdays.
Something that you just got to keep trying.
yeah, I can take off work. I mean, I wouldn't even take the day off. I'd just ideally just like leave the like clock out, leave the building, eat lunch, and come get my shot and come back.
Yeah, my work's
But
giving 2 hours.
I mean,
didn't catch that.
My work is giving 2 hours PTO for getting the
Nice.
shot,
Nice.
which is
Yeah.
I mean, I'm registered at the Meyer, but it's in a different county that I live in.
I should look into
So
Meyer.
I
I'm just looking
I
at
don't
Jewel.
know how that'll work.
Yeah, I don't know either. I know that only one of my coworkers has it, so has the first one so far, and that's because his wife, they had like a clinic come to their work to give them shots somehow, and like his wife texted him, just like, hey, they have extras here. If you get here now, you can get one. And then he's like, bye. So he left work a little early to get a shot.
Yeah, Nat was saying in the chat that he got his that day because when he got his new job as a teacher's aide, that he was pretty much eligible like right away and was able to get things scheduled pretty smoothly.
He must have gotten lucky then.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I don't know how biology works a whole lot, but having vaccines that go bad if they're not refrigerated is the chef's kiss of God saying "Go fuck yourself."
And that's all
sorry,
vaccines.
Yeah, most vaccines have to be refrigerated. I think.
Do they?
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong. Vaccines are like living things. Like they have like living
Not this
organisms
one.
in them. Not this one.
One's different, but I'm not. I don't know. I
Well,
don't know enough to. I don't
There are
know
two
enough to
different
like
types
speak
of
on what it is.
vaccines. You can get dead vaccines or live vaccines.
This
So-
is not. This one's neither, from what I
Really?
understand. Yeah. The way I've heard it, Vanessa, can you explain how the vaccine works?
No.
Like this one specifically?
How
No.
does
Good
vaccine work? How does Babby form?
I like. She's got a healthcare background. She could probably explain it better than me. So I'm seeing if. Hold on, she's googling.
Well, my sister got her first vaccine, and apparently our entitled aunt is not too happy that she got one before my sister got one before she did.
Well,
What does your
can
aunt
suck
do?
a dick.
Yeah, she can.
What does your aunt do?
I don't fucking know. I haven't
Exactly.
talked
Your
to her
sister's
in years.
Your sister's a fucking teacher.
Yeah.
She needs the fucking shot.
I'm about to say.
I really don't fucking know what my aunt's fucking doing right now, to be honest.
Well, I know.
Or here,
my
why don't you
grandparents-
just?
With all due
grandparents got
respect,
That's
You don't even have to appear on camera.
that's good. My grandma got her 1 or 2 as well.
yeah.
My grandma got both.
I am concerned for my grandma now because the person that I actually knew who died from COVID is where she lives now. So
Excellent.
Indiana be weird, yo.
Yeah, my mom got both of her shots, and I actually didn't hear about her, but like Christine's mom got her second shot, and same thing happened to Vanessa, where she was like down for a day. And
Yeah, Vanessa got her ass kicked by the vaccine. Also, speaking of Vanessa, she's here to explain how the vaccine works. If you guys are interested.
Yay,
Sure.
science time.
Okay.
Science, bitch. I wasn't calling Vanessa a bitch.
There's trumpets. Making a graphic for
Oh.
this.
Hello?
Science
Hi
corner.
guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Healthcare with Vanessa. Okay, so basically the COVID vaccine kind of like primes your immune system, right? So it's an mRNA vaccine. So it's not actually like the flu vaccine or other vaccines like chickenpox, all that they have inactivated versions of the virus. This one
Mhm.
does not. It's an mRNA. So basically it has a protein that is fatty, stored in a fatty cell, and it goes through the cell membrane because cell membranes are lipid soluble, so fat can pass through them. And it basically takes this mRNA coding and primes your cells that makes proteins to respond to the actual virus. So it's not the actual virus coming in and priming it; it's something that coming in and saying, "Hey, this is how you can respond to this virus."
Oh, kind of
Alright.
prepping it.
So it's a close enough kind of scenario.
Sounds
basically.
like.
Or
Yeah.
it's more like
I mean,
a
it's specific for the virus. It's just not it's not the actual virus itself.
Okay.
so it's more like a warning system as opposed to like traditional vaccines, which
Mhm.
are more of like a here's a test run of how to fight it.
Pretty much. And that's
Okay.
why people are having such a bad reaction to the second vaccine. Like, I was miserable. But
Mhm.
it's because I'd already had the first dose. And my body already knew how to respond. And so when it got that second dose, it was like, oh, fuck you. Here's a reaction.
Fuck you, you're staying home today.
Pretty much.
Okay, cool.
Yay.
All right. The more
Science.
Can you imagine the killer T cells going crazy?
we just
That's a
finished season
perfect-
1.
That's a perfect transition because I've been watching season 2 of Cells at Work, and the second episode is about vaccines.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
We
I
We've watched the first two episodes of season 2 because we don't like to binge things, but the platelets are so fucking cute. Oh my god!
Oh, so you saw the vaccine episode then?
No.
And-
He
no,
he
we're in
misspoke.
season 1.
Yeah,
Sorry, did
yeah.
I say
Season
season
one.
2? I meant
You
season
did,
1.
yeah.
Okay.
We just finished season 1.
The platelets are so cute, and then they roped a whole bunch of other cells together, and Vanessa was just like, they're cute but vicious.
it's cute because it seems they're cute because
In season 2, you meet the cell that makes platelets.
I'm scared.
Mommy.
She's interesting.
Mommy platelet.
Mommy platelet, literally.
I have to applaud Japan's ability to make anything into a cute anime girl. Anything.
Frogs.
Frogs, battleships,
Planes.
horses.
Horses.
King Arthur.
horses.
King Arthur. King
Horse
Arthur.
anime. I know that exists.
Yep. Oh, the King Arthur one was a really out of left field one, but
No, that's fate.
it works. That's still a
That's
cute
fate.
cute King Arthur.
It's not really out of left field. I feel like there's like 5 or 6 versions of Fate. So
Well, there are, but none.
5 or 6. That's cute,
Never
Steve.
in my life was I like, yeah, I need a cute female King Arthur in my life.
And now she's one of the most iconic anime character designs of all time.
Oh yeah. Where can I watch season 2 of Cells at Work?
on Verve.
Is it dubbed on Verve?
No,
Is it dubbed anywhere?
we're watching it subbed because Vanessa's an anime snob like that.
Ooh.
Oh.
I don't
Good.
care either way, honestly.
I like the dub of Cells
Good
at Work.
choice.
The dub is good. They even dubbed the
Mike
intro
approves of your
song.
choice
The
to-
intro song's in English.
Really?
Yeah. And it's
I
really
haven't-
good.
That has not been done for a very long time.
I know, and
Paul
it's
Ancient used to
really
do
good.
that. Yeah, dubbing the opening themes has not been done since like the mid 2000s. So, like some of the class, like One Piece got that. Not the 4Kids.
Geigo, Geigo!
Like
It's the
Funimation-
grand line.
In all
Funimation-
fairness, that fucking slaps.
The unfortunate part is Fuckface did most of them, and by Fuckface I mean Vic Mignogna. So
yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm still plugging through here.
Oh,
like,
nice.
Oron
No,
got
yeah,
a
he's
dubbed
not
opening,
too.
so
Who is he in Soul? Is he Death Scythe?
He's Maka's
He's
dead,
dead.
yeah.
Death Scythe, yeah.
appropriate.
I know.
Very.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit in that anime too.
Ooh, maka maka maka
Oh,
maka
God.
maka 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 maka.
That's literally the episode I just watched. Was the exam episode.
Oh, it's such a good episode. It's a giraffe.
I think that might have been where I stopped the rewatch with Vanessa because Vanessa's just like, nah.
when Black Star's on the chalkboard, like drawing in his blood.
And then she breaks the giraffe's neck.
That's
Black
not
Star,
where I stopped.
he's
That's
trying to
not-
tell me a message.
I stopped at the ghost ship.
Oh,
Where-
Ghost Ship's
where-
a good one.
Where
Man, I need to
Liz-
rewatch Soul Eaters. I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
where Liz gets separated from
Yep.
the group.
Yeah.
And
That's
Which one is she? Is she the ditzy one or the angry one?
the
Angry.
one.
Okay.
She's the
I
tall
feel-
one.
I feel her pain so hard. I'm like, props
And
to
even
you
the
for putting
ghost
up
is
with
like,
all
this
bullshit."
fucking bitch. Which
So wait, was that the last episode, or did you watch the one after that? Where
That
they?
was the last one I watched. Was
So you
his
have part
go-to.
2 of the Ghost Ship now? Because I think the Ghost Ship's a
No.
2-parter, isn't it?
Yeah,
No,
because Krona
no.
shows up at the end of the first episode, I think. So
Wait.
Fucking
I
Krona.
don't think I watched the second part.
Oh.
Because fuck. Oh yeah.
somewhere in there.
Is Krona male, female, or does it not matter?
Yes.
Yes.
Fair enough.
They are cute. Do not question it.
So that's where I'm currently.
I
at.
can't
Nice.
deal with Krona's
What-
neuroticness anyway.
Now,
That's
no, I
also-
gotta
I
know.
will say the. Huh?
No, I was gonna ask Monica a question.
Yeah.
Just because last time you had very opinionated opinions about the main characters in Soul Eater, have those opinions changed?
No.
Okay.
Maka's still best girl. Kid
Okay.
and Black Star
You have to
fly a
understand,
fucking
Kevin
kite.
is the big Death the Kid stand.
I like
here,
Death the
so-
I
Kid.
don't. I've never understood it. I just
It's cool.
his stupid way of firing pistols and his
And no,
general.
that's not
It's
even the
cool.
part that bothers me. Is it's just like
He's a
his
dick.
he is a dick, and he's and the neuroticism is played very annoyingly.
I just
And
like
he's
the idea.
and he's a little too gropey for my taste. It's just like,
I-
bruh.
I like him because I like the idea of like an all-powerful character, because he really is like one of the strongest characters in the entire universe of that show, but he's just limited by his own neuroses.
Yeah.
Like he's
so what you're
literally
saying is you really like SAO abridged.
I don't know what that means, but
the abridged, yes, but not the actual show. The actual show's
yes,
garbage.
that's what
I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that I haven't really seen the power he can wield yet, because
You're
of
not
where I-
really.
you're
I
not
mean-
gonna get a lot of it in the anime. So.
No, it's more in the manga, which I need to keep
well then.
Wait,
reading.
how
My
are,
opinion
how are
still
y'all
stands.
progressing in the manga, by the way?
I'm still at the same spot.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Black Star.
I'm still
Black
at the
Star
dance.
slowly
I lent them my entire like stack of like 24 volumes of Soul Eater. And
They're all
This
just
was,
sitting
like,
on our floor.
6 months ago.
Was it really 6 months ago?
It was a while ago.
Time and his illusion. It feels like it was like the other like month.
Yeah.
Should I read or watch One Piece?
Neither,
I'm going to
honestly.
read it. I don't have time to watch it.
That's fair. I think there is a like a Naruto
just
Kai
announced
version
another-
of it.
Oh, that would be so
Yeah,
good.
there
I
is
would
a
watch the
Kai-
shit out of that.
I think there's a Kai version of it where someone like edited out like
I-
all the filler, but like most of it's not
Ironically,
filler,
One
right?
Piece has the least amount of filler
Yeah.
of the big three.
Oh God, really?
Oh yeah,
Well-
Naruto is literally half filler.
Oh yeah, if I'm gonna watch Naruto, I'm gonna watch Naruto Kai
Well,
because
also keep
I
in
am not watching the mixed ramen with ninjutsu again. Fuck that shit.
well keep in mind that because filler in anime sense means that it's an episode that's not in the manga. So there's still like a lot of like side stories in One Piece, but they're all manga canon, so they all do not count as
Right.
filler.
Right, but like Naruto, they just started again. Ninja chefs is all I have to say, and
Well,
I
isn't-
no.
Isn't like
okay,
the
no.
last like 100
Okay, but
episodes them
Mecha-
trapped in a
but
dream?
Mecha Naruto.
That was a thing.
Yeah.
Mecha Naruto.
Yeah,
Oh,
This is
I've
like
God.
the 5th time I brought it up, and every time I bring it up, you go, "That's a thing." It's like you wipe it from your memory every time I bring it up. Your brain
Blade?
refuses to allow the information to set in.
that's another thing I have to keep watching. I have to keep watching Naruto. Christine, can you bring me her treats?
Yeah.
Um
And
That-
his-
Oh, I think and Bleach is also like almost half filler, but I think I
I like Bleach though.
they announced the anime was finally going to cover the 1,000-year blood war after the anime's been not airing for like 8 years. So,
I
so
need
that'll be
to
interesting.
finish Naruto and then I'll start watching One Piece. Though because Naruto's my workout show, but I haven't been working out. Also, Fall Guys was my workout game.
Also, One Piece is by Toei Animation. I'm not a huge fan of Toei's long-running stuff that's not Precure. So,
Oh, okay.
Oh, speaking of anime, how about that one Yakuza house husband thingy? Oh
Oh,
no,
no.
I'm so sorry.
Are we starting this now?
I figure it's a good transition.
Good transition. your
Hi,
ball, baby.
Christine.
Hey,
Ah!
Annie.
Can we expect an anime review of that Mike?
No.
Or can we expect a trailer review of why the trailer's fucking dog shit?
No, you can expect the read the manga. That's it. That's
Fair
the
enough.
that's the whole thing. It's literally
Understandable.
just, and apparently it was designed to be that way. So
It
if
was
you
stylistically designed to be that way.
if you haven't caught on yet, since we've been so fucking vague about it, Way of the House Husband got an. It was a few months ago. Netflix had announced a bunch of anime projects they were working on, and they announced that Way of the House Husband was getting an anime adaptation. Basically, it's a former Yakuza turned house husband.
Basically,
Fucking
basically he's John Wick except Yakuza, from what I gathered.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, I mean, there's basically no action in the manga except for comedic action. So, like, it's literally just a Yakuza stops being a Yakuza because he gets married, and he's like the best house husband ever.
You got the stuff.
Pure, uncut.
But
He's
the
talking about
trailer, the animation leaves. The voice
It's a
acting sounds
moving
really
manga,
good, but
The voice
the-
acting's spot on, yeah.
The voice acting is really good. I actually was like, oh, this sounds okay. Like, it took me until the second watch to figure out, oh, they're not moving.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it's not, and the staff behind it isn't incompetent either. Like, I think the director, yeah, it's Chiaki Kon is the director. She's done a ton of stuff.
I'm sorry, you guys
Ironically,
saying things I was paying attention to the last 5 minutes.
although now that I look at it, she also did Backstreet Girls, which looks very similar to that.
Backstreet's back,
So-
all right.
No.
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 Oh,
No.
And it's not even good.
Yeah,
Well
it's not good. Debate a little problematic as well, but
What was what I think someone told me about that one time as like a recommendation. It was
Yeah.
what-
Backstreet Girls is about a bunch of Yakuza who are forced to transition so that they can become
Oh.
idols and make money as idols.
Yeah, well, I think Japan's even more conservative than the United States when it comes to
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah.
LGBT
Yeah.
stuff. So I can't
In some ways they are, in some ways they aren't.
Yeah.
So,
Backstreet's back, all right.
Isn't there a main issue with that because the declining birth rate? Like, why would you go swing that
Yeah.
way, sort of
You
thing?
guys,
I'm gonna
Not
be
even
real with you,
religious.
Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Ain't nothing fixing that decline in birth rate.
there's too many
He's
fucking
not even
people in
prime
your
minister.
Oh yeah,
Tokyo
he's
is
not prime. He's retiring. Yeah.
Tokyo is so fucking big. It's like it's like a bigger population than New York crammed into like half the space. And
Yeah.
it's fucking insane. It's just like stop having children already.
Hydrate.
Well, they are. the
Good.
birth rate,
Good.
what is the birth rate actually? Let me look it up.
I mean, I also
Whoa.
assume that the massive their cultural like workaholicness probably doesn't end, probably cultural depression from their workaholicness probably doesn't help either.
The birth rate for Japan is 1.42 births per woman. So basically, like a couple, for every couple, they're making less than 1.5 kids.
As compared to America, which is
1.7.
oh, that's not even that much. That's not that big of a
It's a lot.
difference.
It's a lot.
Fair enough.
It means, again, that means for every 200 parents, only 150 kids are born.
You know, in order to have a sustainable population, you need a birth rate of 2.
Yeah.
Every couple needs to have 2 kids.
It's not like they're going to be like killing off the entire country because of the declining birth rate. Honestly, there needs to be
Unsustainable.
they're just
Thanks
they,
for
well,
quoting a
what-
Muse
what's
song.
You know what's unsustainable? The amount of fucking people on this planet. If you ask me, there should be less people. They've got the right idea.
Right,
If you
Ryan?
watch anime, you'll see that birth rate go down. Just about
Ryan-
everywhere.
Ironically, the
Ryan, was that a
country
Muse
with
reference?
the low- Ironically, the
What?
country
Yeah.
with the low
Okay.
birth rate was one of the best at handling COVID.
Yeah.
Shocking, because the wearing a mask when you're sick is a general thing in Asian countries.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so crowded.
Masks don't work. They deprive you of oxygen. Go fuck yourself, you whiny ass child. God, I hate these people. Bleh. All right. I'm back.
The best countries though were just Australia and New Zealand, probably because they're on islands.
And they locked themselves the fuck down because.
Well, I mean, if we're going by pandemic standards, Madagascar is the best.
Okay,
country.
well, fuck
that's,
you.
No, well,
Greenland.
And Greenland, yes.
Greenland's a bitch too in that game.
Also, Australia has other things I need to be concerned about. Like everything there can kill you.
This is
And
true.
fire.
And fire.
That too. That was
yeah, that was
also
when
around
it
that time.
happened.
also California.
That was a year ago. No,
Motherfuck.
That was
the
more
Australian
than a year ago.
wildfires.
Just a little bit over, yeah.
Wow.
Because right now we were just here starting to. I think we just started COVID, or we're about to go into COVID lockdowns.
The 15th.
was-
The 15th of March, I believe, is when we went into lockdown.
Now we're just like, it's not. Everything's gonna be fun. I think right around now it just goes like, it's gonna be fine, right?
There-
And
Beware the Ides of March.
there was a great Twitter trend of like posting two pictures of like March 2020 versus March 2021. It's just like one of them's of like Kermit like just like sipping tea like all nice, and the next one's like a guy in a really bloated Kermit's like outfit just like in a sewer just like.
I think my favorite
I'm
one
still the
was
same.
Baby Yoda versus just regular Yoda. Mark-
also mood.
I haven't changed, just more hockey jerseys.
Yeah, I was going to say, me and Vanessa were kind of thinking about it. Just like, I mean, we used to get out of the house a bit more, but like, not a whole lot's changed. I mean, not a whole lot significantly has changed because we're kind of homebodies. So
I was already insane. I've just gone slightly more. So
yeah,
Slightly more insane.
I miss
Yeah.
people.
I do miss people.
I miss
yes.
theater.
Yeah, that's fair.
That kept me very.
So, Monica, do you have a movie of the week for us?
I do. So Nat was like, "Okay, so do you want to watch a funny movie, a dramatic movie, or a serious movie?" And I'm like, "Well, I want a funny movie because we've been watching all these heavy moving dramas for the last like
What was the last category? Did you say scary?
scary."
Okay.
3 or 4 weeks. He's like, but the dramatic one isn't that serious. I'm like, I want the funny movie.
Yeah.
Fine. So the funny movie was Bridesmaids because I had never seen it.
Bridesmaids! Bridesmaids is the shit. I love that movie.
It is quite wonderful, and I didn't realize it took place between Chicago and Milwaukee, which is
Does it?
I literally just watched it on Monday. So
I mean, fair enough. I haven't seen it since I saw it in theaters.
yeah, so that was a fun ride, and it definitely hit a little different because one of my childhood friends is getting married this year. So and I'm not her maid of honor, but that's a whole nother can of worms. But there is something different watching about it, but it was great. Like that opening sex scene, I'm just like, I can relate to this.
I don't think I've
remember an opening sex scene.
Yeah, I've only seen
Watch the
Bridesmaids
unrated
once.
version, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Where Kristen Wiig and John Hamm are just doing it, and
John Hamm is in that movie?
Yeah.
Oh. Again, I haven't seen it since it was in theaters. The only actors I remember are Melissa McCarthy. I know Maya Rudolph, Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig. Chris O'Dowd is the love interest.
The cute little
The
curly
kind of
hair.
plain looking Irish dude.
Yeah, he cutie.
Other than that, I don't remember anyone.
Yeah, but it was a nice, like, like I said, we'd been watching a lot of very heavy, moving, thought-inspiring dramas for the last few weeks. So it was nice to just watch something where I could laugh and just kind of turn my brain off a little bit.
Nice.
That's
Which,
basically all the movies I watch.
which
Though I need to make an effort to watch Black Judas and the Black Messiah or
yes,
whatever that one is.
good.
But
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, very
Same.
much so.
I'm gonna put that on the watch list for
But
sure.
but yeah, it was wild. And then friendly reminder for anyone who forgot about this fun factoid is that Bridesmaids was nominated for 2 Oscars. It was nominated for Best Screenplay and Best Supporting Actress with Melissa McCarthy.
Melissa
Oh,
And
wow.
McCarthy's funny. I like Melissa McCarthy.
additional fun fact for us, I think it's Melissa McCarthy. I think it's her sister. It's either her sister or her aunt. Teaches drama at one of the Plainfield schools. I think it's Central.
Okay.
Neat.
So
Speaking of the Oscars, they haven't been announced yet, but it's speculated that the Demon Slayer movie is going to get nominated for Best Animated Feature. So that will
that
be
wor-
interesting.
Is that worth Is that series
Yes.
worth watching? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Demon Slayer
Okay.
is good. The
Alright, I'll give it.
first season's on Verve, and then don't know when the movie's coming out in the States, but that's coming.
Eventually.
In terms of like comparing it to like just a straight up action anime and like something like I don't know Full Metal Alchemist, where would you put it?
It's not as heady as FMA. I would put it more in the Naruto vein of stuff, but yeah.
I'm debating on whether or not to like watch it with Vanessa because Vanessa doesn't. Told me she doesn't really like the whole just like we're fighting things now anime. So
Yeah,
like
that's
all the
Demon Slayer.
time, but okay. Okay. Compared to
It's
My Hero, then
really, really pretty though.
how about in terms of My Hero?
I mean, it is. I mean, they're from the same magazine, so you will get
So you
some
could pretty.
comparisons there.
Well, Vanessa does like
I
My
would,
Hero, at least most of it.
yeah, it
Give it a
doesn't
shot, maybe.
have as much to say about things. It's much more so just about the coolness. Not to say that it doesn't have anything to say. There are some interesting character studies in it, but
Okay.
it's much more so just about the demons and the killing them.
Gotcha.
What show is this again? Sorry.
Demon Slayer. That's
Okay.
the one. That's the one with the like. That was one with the airy looking girl with like the scroll in her mouth. I
Yeah.
think.
Okay.
Bold,
You've seen it
meaning to
before.
watch that
bold
one.
claim to compare her to Eri. Bold claim.
I mean, very small girl with large power. I guess.
Well,
Just watch the show.
Fair enough.
no.
I watched. A dumb movie, a couple of dumb movies this weekend, which is basically just my
which
movies.
is funny that you put that because it's just like
Well,
I know
you have the smart movies. I have the dumb movies.
Bridesmaids is not that smart of a
Okay,
movie.
okay. Let me rephrase that. Most of the time, you come in here with with some fancy dancy director movie. Not that I'm criticizing. And then I was like, well, I watched something really fucking dumb, but I had fun with it.
So what did you watch that was
Sonic the Hedgehog, shockingly good. I mean, it's
Oh God, why is that button going
arguably
off?
it's not a good movie, but it's a lot of fun to watch, and it's genuinely entertaining.
That
Like,
sounds like a good movie.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I
it's
had
the
fun with
definition
it,
of a
but
good
like,
movie.
well, yeah, but it is. I had fun with it. I thought it was a good movie, but I think someone who like wanted to like analyze it as like a narrative story would probably go, ooh.
Analyze
Like,
Sonic as a narrative story.
I don't fucking know. What
You
do you want
realize
from
that
me?
we're talking about Sonic fans, right?
Y-
And Jim
But
Carrey did not have to go that
Jim
hard.
Carrey went so fucking hard for that movie.
Yep.
Like, bro, it's a Sonic movie. You don't have to turn in this kind of performance.
To be fair, I don't think he's turned in any performance in the past 5 years. So probably
He
all the pent up acting.
pent up.
was so good. And,
Pent up
like,
rage.
Have
I-
you all seen it, or do you
No,
get any?
I
Or let
haven't
me
seen it, but
let me rephrase this. Who gives a shit about spoilers?
I give a shit.
Okay, well I won't say anything then. But it's currently on Amazon Prime so you can
And
watch it for
Hulu.
free if you have Amazon Prime.
And Hulu.
And I guess it's on Hulu. I don't have Hulu. I wouldn't know.
I'm still
It's very
refusing to
funny. It's very funny. The Sonic design looks way better than their original try at it.
Heath.
What's his face? The Cyclops from X-Men. Oh God. Westworld.
No
Help
idea.
me.
You're on your own. You're on that
John-
island by yourself.
Jason Momoa.
No.
John
Vanessa, what's
Cusack.
his name? Help. The main character in Sonic, the guy from X-Men.
Liam Neeson.
Ewan McGregor.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Rock.
Chris Evans.
Jackie Chan.
We both forgot. Okay.
Jackie Chan.
Chan.
Name 3 things that are Jackie
Can't bother
Chan.
me. I have to figure it out.
A chair, a table, Jackie Chan. No.
Hold on.
Anyways.
James Marsden. Thank you.
Yeah,
Still
I
know
don't
who
know
that
who
is.
that is.
Yeah.
You've seen him
That
in
was
things
a
before.
very
John
roundabout
Marston?
way of getting
John
to
Marston
James
of Earth?
Marsden.
Forgetting James Marston.
No, James Marsden. He's the prince in Enchanted.
I was
Forgetting
about to.
Sarah Marsden?
Oh,
Wasn't
okay.
he the host in Hairspray of the TV show?
Host in
That's where
Hairspray.
I remember him from.
Anyway, but yeah, he's Cyclops in the
He's
X-Men
Penny from
movies.
Westworld.
Wait, which one? The new ones or the old
Also,
ones?
he what?
Well, Cyclops wasn't even in the new ones. Never mind.
No, yes, he is. He was
Oh,
which
yeah,
actually leads me into the second dumb movie I watched, which was X-Men Apocalypse. It was fine.
Yeah, I saw Apocalypse. Thought it was fine. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't
No.
good. Especially coming
No.
off of because that was coming off of First Class, right?
No,
No, that
coming
was
off
Days of
of
Future
Days of
Past.
Future Past.
Yeah, you're right. Days of
Which
Future Past
was
is still
very good.
It's still
Very good.
It's still my favorite. What I consider the best X-Men movie.
I think
I-
Days of Future Past. is
Okay, but
already on
Logan
the list.
exists.
I haven't seen
Logan-
that one yet.
I
But that
don't-
one's next on the docket.
I consider Logan a completely different series, almost, even though it is the
Yes.
same universe and same storyline and
You
stuff.
say that, but it's got Professor Xavier and Wolverine in it.
I know,
Well,
but
the
it just
way
it
that-
feels so different, though.
Well, the thing about I think Nat and I were talking about this when we watched Logan. a
No,
month or
don't
two
spoilers,
ago.
please.
It's not spoilers.
You haven't seen Logan?
No, I have it on Blu-ray. Like my brother got it for me years ago, but like I hadn't caught up on the rest of the X-Men movies, so I figured I should just binge them all.
You don't have to watch binge the movie.
I
you
know,
only
but
need, really you only need to see the original X-Men.
I
Even
feel like
then.
I should probably watch like the Wolverine movies and
So,
like
back
at-
to, so the way that it was explained is that it kind of is like that Logan is kind of like the real world, and everything that happens in that X-Men universe is fictional.
But it's not, though.
No, that's not a good
because
explanation. It's
because they make
basically
it very
just-
clear in Logan that it's all real. They all have their
Yeah,
powers. It all
Logan
happened.
is like a post.
But they also have that part. Fuck, I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely call it post mutant, where like they're the last of the mutants, kind of thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of like the stories. I know. I just don't want to spoil major.
yeah, I
points.
haven't seen it yet.
I know, Nat.
I think I've got spoilers for at least one death, so but
It's fine. Yeah, no, it's
Go
fine.
watch some westerns before you watch it.
Logan's
think
very
I'm going
good,
to
though.
Watch I know there's X-Men Origins Wolverine. There's the Wolverine. Is there another Wolverine movie, or is that it?
That's it.
Or
That's about it.
okay.
Neither of them relate to Logan at all.
No, you
Okay.
can watch Logan standalone.
You really can. I mean, as long as you have a
If
grip,
you've
as long as
I
you have
mean, I have not seen any of the other X-Men movies besides Logan, and was
Yeah.
still able.
It-
And there were parts that it felt a little. it felt like I was missing some level of context, but not a lot.
Really,
It's
the
like,
only
I've seen the original trilogy and I've seen First Class. First Class wasn't even necessary. You just need to know the original trilogy.
I would, if
Yeah.
you do have a desire to watch more X-Men movies, you could probably honestly the original trilogy is it's fine, I guess.
the original trilogy hasn't aged well.
No.
Wait.
The First Class is very good. I like Days of Future Past a lot. If you want to watch Apocalypse, go for it, man. But you're not gonna miss out on much. It's fine. I kind of
fine.
like the ancient Egyptian stuff. It really reminded me of Assassin's Creed Origins a lot, actually.
I prefer X-Men Evolution, the TV
I
show.
never watched that.
That's a fair take. I accept that take.
I've heard good things. I just never
It's a good
watched
show.
it.
I remember
All
that show.
hot teenagers in
Yep.
high school.
Yep. I remember that show very well,
came out.
actually.
That line did not age well from my 12.
Say
Gonna
again.
clip that.
We're just gonna skip right on past that.
Gonna clip
So
that for
anyway.
later. Christine and I watched. Moving on to the next thing. Christine and I watched Soul, the Pixar movie.
Yeah.
Super fucking good. Just out of like we're kind of like, well, Soul's like, because we were wrapping up our Pixar watch order or whatever, and we're like, okay, Soul's the last one. Let's finally watch it. We sat down, we watched it, and then like, the whole premise is, and this isn't a spoiler because it happens in the first 5 minutes, is the guy dies. He pretty much dies, and he thinks that he died before his time.
Spoiler.
And so he thinks he died before his time. So the entire premise of the movie is he's trying to become he's trying to get back to Earth.
Right.
And it's really fun. It's a tearjerker like every Pixar movie under the sun. But it just out of left field. I wasn't expecting.
Cars 2 is a tearjerker.
Cars 3 is a little bit of a tearjerker at times.
Doesn't he get like fucked up at the beginning of that movie?
Yeah, he gets real fucked up.
Anyway, Soul.
Soul was really good. Really liked it. Would highly recommend it.
Okay.
Noted.
I
Put it
saw
on
a
the list.
Polygon article that said Cars 2 was the best Cars movie. I'm like, oh, Polygon.
Why are you writing an article
keep
about this?
being
Who
real.
cares?
Now, I agree that Cars 2 gets more shit than I think it deserves, because Cars 2 is a fun movie. I enjoyed it. It's like an adventure film, but like saying it's the best Cars movie, one, it's the worst Cars movie, and it's also the worst Pixar movie. But that being
I just
said,
don't want to watch Cars. I will never watch the Cars movies. I don't care.
Pixar has an outstanding track record.
According to my uncle, you will watch Cars when you have kids because they are the best movie ever because they are 2 hours long, and your kids don't have to be watched during those 2 hours.
My
Again-
cousin actually, when I posted that, hey, Sonic is really good, she was just like, yeah, I've seen this movie way too many times because my boys love it.
Anyone else watch anything interesting?
I rewatched Gakko Garashi School Live. That's the school one that I can't say anything more about or else I spoil it. Kevin knows the one.
Wait, which one is that?
The school one with the Gakko Garashi School Live, the one where the big spoiler is at the end of episode 1.
It's out with the Shovel Girl?
Yes.
Yep. I watched the first couple episodes with you with that back in college, and I really liked that show.
I think only Christine saw all of it with me.
Yeah, you and Christine used to binge a lot of anime together during those last couple.
Ryan, I don't know. Did you watch it at all on your own?
This doesn't sound familiar to me at all.
Oh, would highly recommend that one. I don't know what platform it's on. Probably on Verve, probably sub only. But watch all of the first episode. I literally can't say anything without spoilers.
Okay, awesome.
He's good.
Let's jump ahead to Sports Corner. Ryan, are you ready
Sports
for Sports
Corner.
Corner?
I watched that.
You did watch it. You remember?
I think
it
I
now?
dropped it.
damn it.
I'll give it another go.
I'm prepping the picture right now, Ryan. The picture.
All right. It's going to be a bit before we get there. So the past 2 weeks didn't really have a lot of material, and then this week happened, and I kept typing.
Oh god.
And only today did I finally add something from the NFL. But let's start off with some good old fashioned cricket.
Yeah,
A
fuck yeah, cricket.
cricket match in New Zealand was halted after a streaker ran out onto the pitch. Security was in pursuit of the nude wanderer, but he managed to escape.
Impressive.
Most impressive.
Was he like the greased up naked guy from?
I don't know.
Greased up naked death guy.
Going over to European basketball, fans of the Greek basketball team Panathinaikos gathered at an airport, setting off flares and going absolutely insane when prize Greek basketball free agent Mario Hinoza arrived in the city for the first time since he had signed with the team. It looked like a fucking riot was going
That is the
down.
most Greek sounding thing I have heard in a very long time.
Back over the NFL, new Detroit Lions coach Dan Campbell, when asked about final roster decisions between him and the general manager, quote, "A true alpha knows when it's time to concede."
What?
What?
This guy also said in his opening
Hold up.
presser after he got hired, what he said, "When you knock us down, we'll get right back up, and on the way up, we're gonna bite a kneecap off. You knock us down again, and we're gonna get back up, and on the way up, we'll bite the other kneecap off."
Dude, this guy's like a double alpha male. My
Okay, but
dude.
first of all, if you refer to
But-
yourself as an alpha male, you're not an alpha male.
No.
You're also the head coach of the Detroit Lions.
Hey, what about Sigma males?
The only man, if a man must say I am king, he is no true king. I think I
Yes.
butchered that, but you get the idea.
Yes, a
Thanks,
true
Tyler.
king knows they are king, and everyone else knows they are king. There is no need to announce it.
Going over
Not
the basketball,
kneecaps.
the
Not
Denver
That guy just
My
that guy
leg!
just sounds like Charlie Sheen in his Tiger Blood phase.
I'm out of drug. It's called Charlie
probably
Sheen.
he probably is on Tiger Blood. The Denver Nuggets set an NBA record versus the Portland Trailblazers during last week's podcast when the Nuggets turned the ball over only once in the entire game.
Wow.
Neat.
Boston Celtics player Brad Stevens to Celtics beat reporter on the team's recent struggles, quote, I was just telling my wife I had a root canal and my identity stolen last week, and I think those were the two of my better days in the last 8.
Damn.
Oh, God.
The
Nice.
New York Knicks finished February with a 9-5 record, which makes it their first winning month since 2017.
Hot damn.
Mm.
Sunday night, the Sacramento Kings were up by 8 points with 1 minute and 9 seconds left, with 2 free throws to shoot and possession should play be stopped for whatever reason. They lost the game to the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, they lost to the Hornets? My dude.
Rip.
Over to hockey, the Henderson Silver Knights, Vegas Golden Knights American Hockey League affiliate, hired a town crier to announce who scored a goal and who got the assists at the game.
What?
I love
Where
that.
where was this?
Henderson, Nevada.
I fucking love that.
Uh-huh.
That is certainly something that you can do.
The Montreal Canadiens on Wednesday fired head coach Claude Julien. You think the Canadiens would have learned after the first time they fired him as head coach?
You think.
Following up on the Artemi Panarin situation that I brought up last week, Latvian authorities have even come out and said that there was no report for the incident involving Panarin and the supposed woman he beat up, nor was there ever a court case. The Continental Hockey League, which is the Russian NHL, have even said that they were not made aware of any incident, and if there was, they would have investigated it themselves.
Wasn't I don't know if we talked about this last week, but basically the guy spoke in support of that one guy that that Putin
Panarin
just tossed in a gulag and
Panarin via social media has put out his support for Alexei Navalny,
yeah.
and Putin's homeboys are not taking too kindly to that.
So basically they tried to smear him with false rape allegations apparently.
Well, in this instance, it was Panarin's old coach, who is a hardcore Putin fan.
Why?
I don't know. Twice last week, the Arizona Coyotes saw themselves in a 3-0 hole against the Anaheim Ducks. Twice, the Coyotes dug themselves out of that hole to win the game against the Anaheim Ducks.
Nice.
In his first 4 games since being named captain of the New Jersey Devils, Nico Hischier has injured an opposing player without actually hitting them in 3 of those games. All of which occurred against the Buffalo Sabres.
How?
Jake McCabe was injured after missing a hit on Hischier. Jack Eichel was tangled up with Hischier after an attempted hit. And goalie Linus Ullmark was stretching to make a save that Nico Hischier was trying to shoot.
Oh. Fair enough.
I think their goalie's out long term because of that. A woman in Quebec City was arrested for selling fake Alexis Lafreniere Pee-wee hockey cards. Lafreniere was the 2021 NHL first overall pick in the draft for the New York Rangers and was touted as the next big superstar at even such a young age. The Vancouver Canucks started a giveaway of their much sought after retro reverse jerseys for every goal the team scores. In the 2 games since they started the promo, and at the time I wrote this, they scored 0.
Rip.
Wow, I didn't expect like a lot, but I was expecting more than 0.
Our expectations were low, but
It has
holy
been
fuck.
it has been over a year since Buffalo Sabre forward Jeff Skinner has scored a goal. Gentle reminder that he's being paid $72 million for 8 years, retroactive to last season, and this
Rip.
season he's making $10 million of that. Going over to baseball,
rough.
Tampa Bay Rays pitcher Tyler Glasnow was working on a new pitch that he said was a combination of a slider and cutter type style pitch, and he dubbed it the Slutter.
Oh.
All right then.
Unironically?
Yeah.
Finish school, kids.
The Philadelphia Phillies, during a spring training game, threw 50 pitches in 1 inning. Normally, if you're a good pitcher, you can get to the 4th inning by only throwing that many pitches. Only getting 2 outs, and once the inning ended, fans started booing. Mid-season form for them, if you ask me. Fans haven't been to a game in over 1 year, and on cue, they start booing another fan who dropped a foul ball that hit him in the glove. Baseball is back.
Yeah.
Can I have that picture?
Yeah,
Hold up.
absolutely.
Speaking of baseball being back, here's how Mets player Pete Crow Armstrong's jersey is looking.
Terrible.
Oh.
Hold on.
Let's see.
Waiting for it to
Oh
boot.
god, there's too many letters.
What the ew?
I feel like I've done that before in PowerPoint in like 5th grade. Like, messing around with
I
like
don't
word
like
art.
it.
Just make the
That's
the
almost
text
as bad.
small.
It's almost as bad as Jared Saltalamacchia.
I've seen that one.
Just
No,
make
I
the
don't.
text
No, I don't know how to
smaller.
spell that.
I don't. This makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's like a condom wrapping around his dick number.
Okay, just need it up,
All right.
Ryan.
That is certainly
Yeah, no, you can take it down.
Okay.
that is certainly a phrase that you can use at this time.
Please
MLB
don't.
umpire Angel Hernandez got roasted by play-by-play announcers during a spring training game after he called a pitch that was very much inside the strike zone, a ball. Play-by-play guys said Hernandez is already in midseason form.
Nah.
He is Hernandez is notorious for being absolutely garbage. And lastly, 2 years ago today, Bryce Harper said he was planning to bring home the World Series trophy back to DC. Shortly after this, Harper would leave via free agency for the Philadelphia Phillies, and the Washington Nationals, Harper's now former team, would bring home the World Series trophy after defeating the Astros later that year.
Rip.
So in a way, he did bring the trophy home to
There you go.
DC.
A.
Get dunked on though.
I just want to point. We were
It
talking about
made.
the Dallas Cowboys owner
Jerry
earlier in
Jones.
the podcast. In 2003, he was voted by an online poll for Sports Illustrated as the least favorite sports personality.
Yeah.
And he also served as the inspiration for Baxter Kane, the character who owned the Dallas Felons in basketball.
I'm not
still have
surprised.
I still have
Is
to see
a
basketball.
movie?
Yeah, it's by
Yeah,
Trey
it's-
Parker and Matt Stone.
It's like the
Never
one
heard
Trey
of it.
Parker Matt Stone thing I haven't seen.
Same. I also have not seen it. I
Or
need
and
to
or
see it as
was
well.
Orgasmo wasn't them, but they started in it, right?
I think so.
Have you seen the
I
Book of Mormon?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I saw it on
Good shit.
Broadway. Very good.
You saw it
Oh.
on Broadway or in theaters?
I guess in theaters. It was in Chicago's
Yeah.
version of Broadway.
I mean, that's technically Broadway in Chicago, so
Hey!
Vanessa's parents were supposed to see it like
Hey.
sometime last year,
Hey.
but
14 months.
well-
Thanks, Steve. Bam.
COVID.
Hi, Trumpet Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Bam.
Margera.
That was last week.
That's last week.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Ryan. Are you done with the sports corner?
Yeah.
Sports Corner.
The place for
Ba-na-na,
sports.
ba-na-na.
That's copyrighted.
Yeah, you can't
Not
sing
anymore.
that. You can't sing that. I'm gonna
Oh
get
yes,
sued.
the
I'm gonna
giant
get
podcast
sued.
of eight people are going.
Nine. There
Okay,
are
mine
9
says
people
8.
watching
Fair
right
enough.
now. Hi, people. How you doing? So Pokemon Day happened.
Yeah.
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 A lot of people angry.
a lot of people happy.
A lot of people happy. A lot
Yeah.
of people indifferent.
Yeah.
I am the indifferent one.
Same.
The community is very split on the Sinnoh remakes. There are a lot of people that are like, yeah, the Sinnoh remakes look like the original game, and the original game was fun, and that's kind of the boat
Some
I'm
would
in.
say that they were unnecessary despite the amount of fan cry for a remake.
It was
Just-
definitely fan motivated, but I think that they were like, well, we have to make this remake, otherwise they'll never stop.
Which I'm probably one of the I don't know if I'm in the minority on this, but I am in the camp of I am happy they outsourced it to a different studio.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's there's a couple things. If you don't know what we're talking about, Nintendo or Pokemon Company announced 2 or a couple new games. The
I think it's just
3 technically. Well, Pokemon Snap was already announced.
Yeah.
that's
They
why-
elaborated on Snap.
Yeah, they showed us more of Snap, which Pokemon Snap 2 looks amazing.
Yes, that's the part that I'm excited for.
It
yeah.
looks interesting. But yeah, I don't wanna shit on Pokemon Snap. But
What?
that was an hour-long game.
Correct. You could
Pokemon
very
Snap?
easily. There were a lot of hidden things you could do in Pokemon Snap, but yeah, the game could be beat in less than an hour.
Yes.
But
it was
there-
not a very complex or it was not a meaty game.
I'm hope.
The
Well, it was
world, the world record for Pokemon Snap any percent speed run is 20 minutes 32 seconds.
well, and that's probably because you're just holding down the go fast button the entire
I
time.
don't know.
Yeah.
Well, so like the
Never
whole
played
thing. I'm hoping that with Snap 2 they actually like do a little more, because it's not a remake. It's like a whole new game.
Yeah, it's 2. It's
Yeah.
a sequel.
Well, I don't think it's actually called 2, but it's
I
definitely
think
a
it's New
sequel.
Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, I think it's called New, but it's
Oh.
definitely not a sequel. Like the stuff they showed off was totally new. Like they have all the
That
Pokemon from
title
all the
makes
gen
way
in
more
there.
sense in Japan than it does here,
Yeah.
because it would be called Shin Pokemon Snap.
I'm excited though. It looks good. Looks like they've improved a lot of stuff. They've added some things that look interesting. The big controversial thing was Pokemon the Sinnoh remake, Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond.
Shining
Yeah.
Pearl, Brilliant Diamond.
I am in the boat where I'm excited because I think Diamond was the last Pokemon game that I really actually poured like a lot of time into. So, and I at first I was kind of like, this looks weird, looks kind of like Link's Awakening, but then the more I thought about it, the more I kind of got into the mindset of I don't think Diamond and Pearl would have translated well to like the 3D space of like Gen 8. Like I just don't think that would have translated.
No.
That would not have worked. So like it needed to be like the top down style. So how do you improve the top down style? Well, I guess you would improve the graphics, but like some people would call that improving it, some people wouldn't.
Yes, there's a lot of debate over whether it's been improved or not. Personally, I am in the camp of I still own this, so I don't care.
I'm in the camp though where I don't have anything to play that on.
Oh,
Yeah, like
really?
yeah, I mean like you could own I don't know where my DS is.
I haven't charged this in a while. I should do that.
I think can my 3DS play that? Yeah. I think I
Yeah,
know where my
3DSs and 3DSs can play DS
I
games.
think my 3DS is somewhere, but I mean, I don't know. I'm excited for it. Most because I like the Switch. I like the more games I can play on my Switch, the better.
Yeah.
And Diamond and Pearl have very
I
fond
mean, the
memories for
obvious
me.
answer to this is just Nintendo just needs to put shit on their eShop, but they're not going to do that.
Yeah, no, Sinnoh would not have done well in the Sword and Shield engine. It would have felt very empty, or they would have had spent like years on it, pretty much redesigning every single town, every single route, to make it feel like a Pokemon game. Because those would have just been like building. Like it would have been so empty feeling, and that would have been garbage.
Instead, we're getting Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Yes, which is what I was going to talk about next. The second game that
Which-
came out of left field. No one was expecting this. No one knew about this.
This one I actually want to hear about.
It's an open world Pokemon game, like true open world, where you pretty much it's set in like feudal Sinnoh, which is like feudal Japan, and the Pokeballs are wood with like a little like metal clasp on them.
And it looks though like combat and catching mechanics seem to be more real time.
Yes.
What gen
Not
is it?
100% sure of that yet.
It's set in the same region as Gen 4, so Sinnoh, but it's not Sinnoh. Like
What's the starters for Sinnoh?
Sinnoh was Puplip,
Turtwig,
Chimchar, yeah.
Piplup.
I'm a
Penguin,
Piplup
the
main.
monkey, and the turtle.
Piplup
Ah.
all the way. But then
I would agree with that actually.
but
Piplup's good.
the starters for Legends is it was like Rowlet,
Rowlet,
Oshawott,
Oshawott, and Cyndaquil. So
Yes.
the best ones.
Yes, I mean people were like literally talking online like they took 3 of the greatest starters and put them in the same game. How am I gonna pick? And I'm just kind of like, yes, they're all great, but there is one obvious answer: Cyndaquil.
Yeah. Yeah. Although Oshawott fucking bangs, so
Steve in chat's like, I'm so mad at Legends. They're making me pick between Cyndaquil, Rowlet, and Oshawott. Yep. You see, and I really like Rowlet. Rowlet was awesome.
I have not actually played it with a Rowlet yet. So.
Really? I feel like that's gonna be one where I'm gonna want all 3 starters. So I'm gonna have to like Wonder Trade or whatever they're gonna implement or whatever. But Legends looks cool. There was some concern though, because in the footage they showed off of the gameplay, there was some like real frame rate issues going on.
I would say that was more of the stream quality than the game.
I think so. And they also have a full year. That one's not coming out until 2022.
Yeah.
So they have a full year to iron that one out. So
because even in the like the YouTube upload of the stream, it was not a good stream.
Yeah,
like, quality wise.
It also crashed on me a couple times while I was watching it.
That sounds like a YouTube stream.
Steve says no. The frame rate was 100% the game, not the stream. Well, they have a year to fix it. Hopefully they do.
They have a year to fix it. Yeah.
Because like if they don't fix that frame rate issue, that's a problem. I mean, because I hate the people that are like Sword and Shield were trash because they look awful, and like give games like Breath of the Wild, which look fantastic. And like I'm playing Breath of the Wild now, and I'm kind of like, yeah, they probably could have spent more time on the graphics in Sword and Shield, but like
also there are some theories that they didn't know they were going to be designing for Switch when they started.
Oh, that makes sense actually.
And so that also makes that also lines up with them not being able to all of the Pokemon models.
Yeah,
also Game Freak has not designed for a console. since Gale of Darkness.
Yeah, it's yeah.
That Pokemon Coliseum?
That's the sequel to
That's the
Pokemon
sequel.
Coliseum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Same
that's what I meant.
console though, the GameCube.
Yeah, couple gens.
Game Freak is 3 generations removed from developing for a home console.
Wasn't the OG Coliseum on the N64, or am I
Nope, it was
misremembering?
on,
That was GameCube. Pokemon
enough.
Stadium was for
Stadium.
N64.
Yeah, you're right.
That was it.
Stadium.
That was it.
I was like,
one-
I'm pretty
that
sure there
one
was
of the
one
ones
on
that,
64.
That was one of the ones that Satoru Iwata personally saved and made work.
Game Freak's not known for their coding. Yeah,
Yeah,
they do
like if
good game design and good characters design, and sometimes good story design. But like,
like if someone actually went into like Sun and Moon's coding and they just have duplicate models of everything that are
Yep.
like totally unnecessary.
yep.
Like
There were some people that like were also editing it and they like really broke the game or something. But like enough,
yeah,
they figured out like a code where you could essentially like you could transplant any Pokemon model onto any like encounter or something. It was something weird. Like it wasn't like spawning in Pokemon. It was like just making it look like the Pokemon. I don't quite understand.
I understand it, but
Okay.
there are also some weird actual like glitch coding errors that have happened recently with Sword and Shield. Like there was a max raid event where like a drill burr, which is like a ground type that looks
Yeah.
like a mole,
Drills.
new hydro pump.
Okay.
And it took them a few days to patch that out.
I remember there was one time, and granted, we were using an action replay, so we were modifying the code. We were playing, I think it was Ruby Sapphire, one of the two, and this was at a sleepover. And my friend said the action replay, and he was like using like cheats and stuff, and he had like he was doing the Elite Four, and he used like the one hit kill cheat, and he was just like he was like dousing the gym leader with the cacturn and the shark guy. And
so this shit's existed forever.
Yeah,
with
but then
Pokemon games.
but so like he killed 2 or 3 of them, and then he threw out the next Pokemon, and it was like a combination of the 3 of them. It was like a Houndoom that was like that had the texture of the cacturn, so it was like green and spiky, but it also had like a shark fin. And the game just crashed.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
So I am excited for whatever Pokemon Legends turns out to be.
Yes.
It looks fun.
Doesn't the Pokemon Snap come out like soon?
Yeah,
I
isn't
think
it
so.
April?
I think so.
I think it's April.
I'm excited for that. I'll play that.
Did
Shit out of
anyone
that.
celebrate for Pokemon Day? Anything?
I downloaded and played a little bit of Emerald on my phone. I have an emulator.
Nice. I saw the Pokemon Post Malone concert.
Yes, I've heard things.
It was interesting.
Steve also
I
watched the Post
knew
Malone
nothing.
concert, which happened.
See, like Post Malone is one of those artists where it's like I know they exist, I just don't know any of their songs, and then I watch the concert, I'm like, oh, I know half of these songs. Okay.
Yeah. He's got a lot of good shit, but he looks like a shitty mumble rapper.
Yeah. It was interesting because basically it was a virtual concert. They gave him like a virtual avatar
Yeah.
and just had him performing in different like wild areas with a bunch of Pokemon flying around and shit.
I've seen
game was this in?
pictures.
What?
What game was this
It
in?
wasn't a game. It
No,
was
this
just
was
online.
just like all like its own thing. It's on
Gotcha,
YouTube. Like
gotcha,
it's on
gotcha,
Pokemon's
gotcha.
YouTube channel. It was more involved than I thought it would be.
Oh, we played Sunflower? Oh, then I gotta watch it then.
Yeah, Sunflower's good.
Sunflower's a good song.
Yeah.
A sunflower.
I would not call him a good live artist, to be honest.
I mean, most
Yeah, probably not.
there are a large handful of today's modern artists are probably not as good live as they are on recording.
Yeah. So yeah, I did that, and then I rewatched
Oh.
all of Twilight Wings, which is very good. You can watch it all on YouTube. There's only like 8 episodes and like 7 minutes long, so
Nice.
you can binge it in like an hour. It's some of the best animation Pokemon anime there's ever been. It was done by Studio Colorido. Very good.
Nice.
Would highly recommend.
So, more Borderlands movie news happened.
Yes.
Take it away, Steve.
Okay.
He was
so-
muted for a second.
No, I
That
wasn't
sigh
muted.
was
That
just-
was just.
Mm.
That sigh was just so heavy. It
Hang
made
your head
me-
in shame.
Yes, I am. Okay, so y'all know, y'all have played Borderlands in at least some aspect. So y'all know who Tiny Tina is, of course.
Yes, played by Hey Ash. What you playing?
Oh yeah, yeah. Ashley Birch.
Yes.
So
That's what I know
Tiny
her
Tina, for those that don't know, Tiny Tina is described in game as the world's deadliest 13-year-old. She's small, hyperactive, annoying, loves blowing people, likes blowing up bandits, has deep emotional trauma, and has a weird obsession with badonkadonks and missiles combined together. It's interesting. Anyway, so
Yay.
so that's Tiny Tina. They portrayed in game as a small white girl. So they cast now the some of the casting decisions for the Borderlands movie so far have been questionable. For instance, Kevin Hart as they cast Roland, which is supposed to be a very tall, beefy black guy, as with Kevin Hart, who is not a big, beefy black
He's
guy.
black.
After my dumbass thinking it's Kevin
They
James.
got one of the things. They got one of the things.
I do
So-
like Kevin Hart though.
Oh, I do like it. Don't get me wrong. I like Kevin Hart too, but he's not. He doesn't really look like Roland in any form or fashion, other than the fact that he's black. Anyway, so they cast Tiny Tina with an actress named. Sorry, I need to go find it now.
Sorry, the Tom Cruise is right there. How did they not?
Terry Crews. Honestly, he'd be good as Brick. I could see him as Brick.
I could see him more as Mr. Torg, honestly.
Yes, please. I would love that so much.
The Rock.
The Rock would be good as Brick.
Gender equality.
Okay, so anyway, they cast Tiny Tina as with an actress named Ariana Greenblatt. You guys would know her as young Gamora from the first Avengers movie.
Oh.
Yeah, so the perfectly balanced bit. What did it cost? All that stuff.
Everything.
I don't really see the issue at this point. Is there an issue?
Borderlands fans apparently think there is because and I think whether they will admit it or not, she's Puerto Rican and is a brown person.
Steve, you want me to let you in on a little personal secret?
Gamers are racist?
No, I did not read Tiny Tina as white when I played Borderlands.
No, and that's kind of my thing about it. So what I brought up on Twitter, Tiny Tina also talks in Ebonic, I guess. I'm not. I don't know if
Kinda.
that's politically correct to say, but she talks like she's from the inner city, says stuff like playa, and is very
What's up, player?
and her accent is not that of a small white girl, and it can
Well,
be.
even like by skin tone, I didn't really see her as all that white.
Which looking back is moderately problematic. Being problematic aside, Borderlands fans were just like, "Oh, it doesn't look like Tina." Meh, 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 meh. It's like, what do you want? There's wonderful things. There's called makeup and hair dye. What do you like? Don't get me wrong. I have no expectations this movie is going to be like good. I expect it to probably be serviceable, entertaining at best. But I don't expect it to be good. But these people are literally looking for reasons to hate on this movie. There is no reason to hate on this girl for getting the role when, yeah, she might not look the part, but what if she fucking nailed the audition and has like Tina's. What'll make or break Tina is how she portrays, like, if she can act like Tina, and I guess the rest is up to the costume department. If you can pull off the look and act like the game character, I do not care what your skin color is. Fuck off.
See, here's the part of my brain, the part that my brain fixated on. So when you were ranting about this in the chat earlier this week, uh it wasn't the whole racial tension part of it. It was my brain was like, but Tiny Tina wasn't in Borderlands 1, and isn't this movie focusing more on Borderlands
Apparently not, which is totally fine because Borderlands
Welcome
1 had
to-
a dog shit story. So
Welcome to video game movies where
Yeah.
the plot,
it sounds like they're smushing a whole bunch of
where
them
the story's
together.
made up and the plot don't matter.
Maybe
Yeah,
they kill off Roland in like the first scene. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that's the part my brain was fixated on, was not that fact, but like, wait a second, I thought this was post surrounding the first set of Voltron.
I think that I think the real cat. Well, it is. I think in Borderlands 2, it's stated that Tina and Roland have like a they're kind of buddies from back in the day. But it was never addressed in the first game, so they became buddies somewhere between the first game and the second game. So. They do have a history of interacting, so if they start casting the second group of Vault Hunters, then I'm just gonna be like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, see, a lot of people I think are looking for like a 1-to-1 remake of the games, and it's like, if I wanted a 1-to-1 remake, I can just go play the fucking games.
But that's why all adaptations fail, because they want a 1-to-1 remake.
But if you want a 1-to-1, just play the games. Then you have your perfect story. Why would you want to see the same thing in live action? I mean, there's something to be said for it, but like, I want to see something different. Not necessarily like super different, but like, give me something new-ish. Not necessarily all new, just new-ish. Tell me something new. I don't know. I was more wanting to address the inherent race. I think them not liking her, like looking like Tina, is an inherent, whether they choose to admit or not, is inherently racist.
I'm about to pull what's called a pro gamer move.
Calls an actress a racial slur.
There wasn't any of that in the Twitter comments, but there was some guy saying a Puerto Rican playing a white girl, lol, and it's just like, what, you guys?
I don't
what,
think they've met many Puerto Rican people.
Outside of porn.
Wow.
It's just like the amount of hate pouring out for a movie that hasn't even started shooting yet. Honestly, my opinion with the weird casting choices, this might not be a live action movie. Necessarily be a live action movie. It might be mocapped, but it would honestly
That'd be
make a
weird.
lot more. Well, it might. I think they might be doing like maybe like a cell shading thing.
Yeah, because
Like,
Have they ever
Kevin
come out
Hart-
and said it's live action?
I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into it that hard, but there is but like, it would honestly make sense because they cast Kate Blanchett as Lilith, and Lilith in the games is like in her like late 20s, early 30s, maybe ish. And Kate Blanchett, don't get me wrong, she was great as Hela, but Kate Blanchett's in her like 50s or something like that. So, I mean, it doesn't exactly fit the character, but again, hair dye and makeup, so what the fuck ever. But
What the fuck?
I don't know. I personally am going to wait till we learn more about this to like pass any kind of judgment on it. If they're going to cast Handsome Jack, I think that what's going to make or break this is who they cast as Handsome Jack, and well, yeah, who they cast as Handsome Jack,
If
because
this was 10 years ago, I would have said Nathan Fillion, but
Nathan
Yeah.
Fillion would be good. He'd still be a good choice.
yeah, kind of
but no one cares about Nathan Fillion anymore.
That's fair.
care about Nathan Fillion.
Well, we're nerds.
Honestly, I don't know who I'd cast. Who I'd cast as Handsome Jack.
Johnny
but,
Depp.
No.
It'll be Johnny
Icky.
Depp. Just wait.
Oh, I love Johnny Depp, but no, I don't think he'd be a good Handsome Jack.
Amanda Heard got fired from Aquaman too.
Oh, she did. Nice.
Oh, really?
Transitions. Yeah. Anyway, looking forward to the Borderlands movie. Haters on the new girl can fuck right off till we actually see what she does.
Who's gonna hate?
Haters gonna hate.
Haters
Haters
gonna
gonna
hate,
post
hate,
hate.
hate, hate.
Amber Heard. Were you gonna talk about Amber Heard, or was that it?
That was it. She just got fired from Bachman too. But not for the whole Johnny Depp thing. It was like for violating health restrictions is what they cited her for.
That tracks.
I'm curious as to topic number 3.
Oh, I skipped that one. Do aliens exist? Do people
Who
believe
put
in
that?
aliens?
'Cause I have
Put that on there.
opinions.
I
Ryan
did.
Who put that there?
Who put you there?
All right,
Of all
Ryan.
things-
What?
of all
What?
things,
What
I
are you doing
saw
up
a
there, Poopa?
Barstool
You belong in the
Sports
water.
write up of how the government had videos of UFOs, and we're just now finding out about it.
That's like
There was like
months
some
Are you
ago.
talking about those black and white ones from last year?
Yeah,
Like
they're
the
like a
gun
couple of
cam
years
stuff?
old.
Both of those were like they figured out what both of those things are, and neither of them are like alien shit.
Well,
And
because a
also,
UFO is only an
those-
unidentified flying object. It's not. It doesn't mean
It'd just be
alien.
military air.
Yeah,
Could be
well,
Yeah.
like
like I said, this was coming from Barstool Sports.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Oh. And also, those videos were actually declassified and they just decided to
You
surface
cut out
recently
there.
for some
It's
reason.
funny that you're like, it was declassified at, and then you perfectly
Yeah.
cut out.
It's like, it was creepy.
Yeah, yes, they were declassified.
No, fuck,
Well, Mike is dead.
They were declassified in like 2012 or something. So it just
Okay.
took a while for them to actually surf.
That's kind of cool.
Apparently, like there's
I don't-
been
I fucked it up.
how some music star has like a group a group declassified. What?
The dude from Blink 182.
Yeah, it's like is like looking at it's like declassifying not declassifying it, leaking UFO shit out there, and it's kind of neat. I don't think aliens have ever visited Earth. Hey, Danny.
I mean, I would agree with that. I don't think they've ever been here, but I think there's definitely other life out
Oh,
there.
absolutely. If I had more time, I'd go into something called the Drake equation, which is a hypothetical equation to calculate the number of intelligent alien civilizations in our in a given galaxy. But
It's about
so
as
many
No.
so many of the
ahead.
variables are unknowns that there's no possible way. You have to make so many guesses that it's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, it's also entirely possible that like we could be all life could have started at around the same time. So like we could all be at the same stage of
Head of the
technology.
curb, bitch.
There is something that's called the I believe it's called the Fermi paradox, where
Fermi Lab?
hypothetically there's what?
Fermi Lab?
Probably related, yeah. But there's
Is it
thousands
Fermi
of
or Fermi?
Fermi. I pronounce it Fermi.
Oh, Fermi. Okay, because I was thinking of Fermi. Okay, because Fermi, I think, was one of the guys who worked on the first nuclear reactor thing.
I
Oh.
don't know, but
Enrico Fermi.
basically, so though there should be lots of alien civilizations, like even around us, like just for the sheer number of stars that are out there, but all is quiet. We don't there's no radio
Oh, same
signals, no nothing. Question is why? Which also brings up the theory about like the great filter and
Too
how
much porn. They caught
Some of them
our
are into
porn.
some of them are into feet.
Yeah, they came over. They're like, hold up, these humans into feet? Oh, hell no! Turn the
I'm out.
We going home.
It moved as far away as possible.
Just from foot fetish.
These dudes into feet.
What were you gonna say, Steve?
I kind of
great-
lost my train of thought
the-
there,
the
but
great
the
shield?
great filter
Filter.
actually is where like civilizations get filtered out of existence by events. And I was just thinking the other day, what if coronavirus is our great filter, or at least a version of it, where hypothetically
Just the
civilization.
U.S. is great filter because everyone else seems to have figured it out.
Now, except Britain, apparently they're doing shitty too, but they're
Yeah.
basically U.S. light. So,
Thank
Well,
you
currently,
for being
yes.
a friend.
No, I mean,
But-
there's also the whole theory that it's the Star Trek theory that we're still considered primitive, so like they they physically try to avoid us and like block things from hitting us.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Is that Star Trek?
Well, you're thinking of the Prime Directive, which is basically Star Trek. The Federation doesn't interfere with pre-warp civilizations.
Mm.
But in the case of Star Trek, of like basically starting with Next Generation and all of them except for all of the Star Treks, now that I'm thinking about it, it's more of the Prime suggestion than the Prime Directive because they break it all the fucking time. It's like
The code is more like guidelines.
it basically, yeah. It's just like, are you guys even trying? Especially in Star Trek Voyager, although Voyager is trying to get home after getting yeeted into the Gamma Quadrant or the Delta Quadrant. So
Where should I start watching Star Trek?
honestly, Next Generation.
Wait. I'm sorry. Did they try to divide a 3-dimensional universe into quadrants?
The galaxy, which kind of makes sense,
Oh,
it's
the
pie
galaxy.
shaped.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's more acceptable.
Yeah. Yeah, the Star Trek doesn't leave the galaxy unless well, actually they did once, but that was one episode.
Yes.
But if you want to start watching Star Trek, I would recommend. I haven't watched all of them, but the original series movies are pretty good. And all you really need to know about that is who the main characters are. I might recommend watching the first episode that Khan shows up in before you watch
I
Wrath
haven't
of
seen
Khan.
that episode actually. It was pretty good.
It's good, except they painted a Spaniard as an Indian man, so it hasn't aged culturally very well. But
we are Indians.
We have
so
many teepees.
No, oh, I'm sorry. Indian, as in like from India, not Native American.
Oh.
Yeah, they painted a Spaniard as like
we
with
are
the
Indians.
they
You do not think we are Indians?
They put Ricardo
We're making a
Montalban in
cannibal
brown
reference.
face. Oh,
Cannibal musicals. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Because
Ricardo Montalban in brown face isn't great, but other than that, it's a good
the
episode.
references in old westerns, they would get Chinese people to play Indians or Native Americans. So
I feel like that's problematic to two different cultures at the exact same time.
yes.
So then, in Cannibal Musical,
they made them very obviously Asian, but they still cast them as Native Americans.
Wasn't like the owner of like the sushi restaurant that I always went to?
Yeah. And they painted like the rising sun on the teepees.
We're from Utah.
Points of the Book of Mormon.
Utah.
Cannibal Musical's great.
But if you're gonna skip the movies, would definitely recommend starting with Next Generation. Deep Space Nine is very good. Voyager is
the one episode of the original series with the half black on one side and the half black on the other side.
That's I see what you're trying to do there, Roddenberry, but it's like you're doing it with a sledgehammer.
It was the 60s. He needed to do it with a.
That is fair.
So I think we'll
look at him. He's got black on the right side of his face. He can't be trusted. Oh, look at that guy. He's got black on the left side of his face. Clearly, he's lying to you.
Exactly how that episode goes down. It's not subtle at all, but it gets the point across.
Then they. Oh, I was about to spoil the episode.
Star Trek.
Well.
Star Trek Enterprise is kind of the black sheep of the family, and I
That's the
can't
new one?
really. No, that's Star Trek Discovery, which I can't speak on, but that one seems pretty divisive amongst Trek fans. So
Trekkies.
I know Deep Space Nine's kind of like a cult favorite.
Deep Space Nine is quite good. It's a bit different than the other series because it takes place at
Deep Space.
Well, yes, it's on a space station instead of a mobile starship. So they
weird.
it's like a lot of them are bottle episodes where they don't leave the station, and like it's it's different. It works though, and I think
Hmm.
like the last 3 seasons are like one long extended story about like invaders from the Delta Quadrant because they come through. There's like a wormhole. Basically the space station is stationed outside a wormhole that leads to the other a stable wormhole that leads to the other side of the fucking galaxy that's completely unexplored.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And Star Trek Enterprise is like a prequel to the original series. It's also quite divisive. I think it's
Bye,
I
Chris.
think
Thanks for
it's
hanging out.
I think it's fine. But everyone's entitled to their opinion.
Nice.
Yeah, would recommend. So, my boy Jean-Luc Picard is my favorite though.
Nice.
Patrick
Definitely
Stewart,
check out.
for those who don't know.
Definitely have to check out some of that.
Yeah, would recommend.
Um,
It's all on Netflix. Movies aren't, but the TV shows are.
Also, the original series is very horny.
Oh, so horny. You should be bonking. There should be someone with a bonk bat, like just
Yeah.
following behind Kirk constantly.
Give
bonk,
fucking who's the doctor?
McCoy?
McCoy,
Oh,
yeah,
he would
give
bonk
McCoy
the
a bat.
he would
He
bonk the shit out of Jim on a regular basis. Oh, I
He'd just
love
be
it.
pacing around the deck, going bonk, 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 bonk. Meanwhile, Kirk's going bonk, bonk, bonk.
It doesn't happen as much as like it's memed up to be, but it's enough where you go like, really, Jim, again?
Frequent. It is frequent.
I love it when Spock and Bones have this friendly rivalry where they're constantly telling each other to fuck off. It's pretty great.
But hey,
Are we done with Star Trek?
Yes, we can be done with Star Trek now. I actually don't remember how we got onto that.
Neither do I.
I don't either.
aliens.
Oh,
It's
aliens.
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 Sorry about that. Kind of derailed that one.
Well,
Aliens.
I think we'll end with some birthday talk. 'Cause it's my birthday tomorrow.
Birthday!
Hi,
Birthday.
you're old.
I'm old now.
Actually,
Actually,
I'm older than
at
everyone here. Fuck.
12:04, I'll be 27.
Ooh.
Yeah. Anyone
It's
have
a
any
real
good?
shitty age, not gonna lie.
I'm
Not much
almost
happens.
30.
Does anyone have any good birthday stories?
I have a couple. I'm pretty sure I told this one on the podcast before, which is why I had two lined up. But on my 10th birthday, my I was in school and I remember I was just going about being like, "Oh, it's my birthday." And then I was called out early and I'm like, "Oh, is this for a birthday?" No, what had happened is my mom's lung had partially collapsed.
Yes, you told us about that.
Yes, because that's the birthday I got Super Mario 64, and all the doctors and nurses had a giant box of safety suckers saying "Happy Birthday" to me.
Oh.
But the one that I had, and this is the one I pulled up the picture for. So
Oh, yeah. I'll pull it up.
me and Christine's birthdays are a day apart. I'm September 18th and Christine is the 19th. And there's been a few years where we all have collectively gotten together and celebrated together. There was one year we went down, this was after I graduated, but you guys were still there. Me and Steve had gone down to do a giant birthday bar crawl in our dear college town of Normal. And
Who's this guy? Sorry.
so I'm getting there. I'm getting there. So my hold on, I need to pull up a different. Okay. So my dad went to U of I and he frequently talked about Garcia Pizza a lot. And when we were waiting outside of oh my god.
Lunkers.
It wasn't Lunkers. I'm blanking out on mason jars. Fuck.
Oh, Mulligans.
Mulligans, thank you. We were like outside of Mulligans for I think we were waiting for everyone to come out. So we could move on to the next one. And I happened to see the Garcia sign. I'm like, "Oh shit. I need to take a picture for my dad." So my drunk ass is trying to get a picture. of this sign, and this random dude comes over to me because I think I was just by myself at that point. And this random dude comes over to me and he's like, "Hey, I'll be in your selfie, so it's not as awkward."
Ouch.
So,
Jesus.
so this,
That's
so this
some
is
big
the
dick
picture.
energy.
So this was the picture, and I'm like, okay, I guess I gotta take a selfie now because I don't know how to awkwardly explain to this dude what I was taking a picture of.
What?
So he,
Why does that guy look like if you mix Eric and Wes together?
oh fuck, you're not wrong. Oh,
Where are you
A little
getting
bit.
Wes from in
I'm-
that?
I'm gonna be honest. I thought that was Cody at first.
No.
He does have a little bit of Cody in him.
but yeah, that was from that particular bar crawl.
Nice.
He looks like who was that? Who was that? Charlie, the guy, the other trumpet who hung out with Phil.
No, you know who he looks like? He looks like Cody and Vicente mixed.
You know who I'm talking? Vicente. Like
Yeah, a
the,
little
the
bit.
sax player.
Yeah.
Vicente?
Yeah.
Steve, do you know who I'm talking about? The other trumpet who hung out with Phil, and
No,
then he
sorry, man.
transferred at some point. Oh,
Nope.
he looked like that. Oh well.
I guess bar crawls were just our thing in college when it was birthdays. I remember there was one
Yeah.
my senior year birthday. We went on a bar crawl, and we got a little drunk, and the next morning Christine's parents were picking us up because it was spring break. It was like the weekend before spring break, and they were picking us up because they were taking us on like a little mini road trip. We're going down to like Florida and like Nashville and Georgia and that kind of area.
Fun.
Yeah, except I was very hungover the next morning.
Oh, rip.
I was just in the back seat of that car, just being like,
I am dying.
and like
built
the
the
entire day, I was just dead. And we got to Nashville, and her parents were like, "Okay, we're here. We got here a little early, so let's go hit the bars. Let's go have some fun. It's Saturday night." And I'm just kind of like, So I wish I could enjoy Nashville, but it was a rough day. And then there was another time. I remember I got Pokemon Yellow on my birthday one year when I was a kid at a Chuck E. Cheese.
Nice.
That was my first Pokemon game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I built the deck.
Yeah, I was there for that. I helped.
I built the deck
Okay,
at
Dad.
someone else's cabin on my birthday.
That was fun. There was beer. You had
Yeah.
beer.
Aside from that, I don't really have a lot of stuff, but like bad stuff in the world tends to happen on my birthday.
Yeah.
Like in 2014 was when Eric Garner got choked out by that police officer.
Oh,
And
good.
then in 2019 was the KyoAni fire.
Good.
What was
the
that?
animation studio.
Oh yeah, that's not great.
So yeah, bad stuff just happens
Bad
in
juju.
the world on my birthday. Don't know why.
I'm gonna
I
stop
built
hanging
a
out with
deck.
Mike. Stop hanging
built
out
a
with Mike on
deck.
his birthday. Did build a deck. It's a nice deck.
It was a
Um,
deck.
It's
anyone
certainly
else?
a deck.
Anyone else have any stories or anything?
Well, when I turned 21, I was at a fraternity event. I was in the process of joining or rushing, if you will. And for the fraternity that I was joining, it's a dry rush process, except if you're 21,
Oh.
in which case, you know,
Bombs away.
it was just like, no, just be responsible about it. I was gonna follow the rules regardless. But I wanted to know why, what's the rule for if you turn 21 during the process? And everyone was just like, But like the event that I was at ended,
Mhm.
and my big was like, just gives me $20. He's like, go get yourself something.
Yeah.
So I'm walking home. He calls Kevin. Listen, do not let Ryan into your apartment.
Huh.
Because we were all in the same section in marching band.
Yeah, he pretty much told me, don't let him into your apartment until he goes out and buys himself something nice.
And I'm just like, okay, but I'm wearing the new member pin. I got to take it off. So
And I
that
think
no
you
one
passed-
asks questions.
I think you passed it through me through a door. through the door.
Yeah.
He just handed it to me. Sorry, he told me not to let you in. That was funny. Okay. I think
Wait,
on
does
that.
he have one?
Me? No, got nothing.
Okay.
Nothing interesting ever happens on my birthdays other than nah. My 21st
Other
birthday
than you
was
get 1 year older.
yeah. My 21st birthday was nothing happened on my 21st birthday. I don't even think I had any alcohol on my 21st birthday.
I
Fucking
had
depressing.
I had alcohol on my birthday, but that was an interesting night because I it was very uneventful, and the friend that I was with got hit on, and not me.
Rip.
I had already been drinking heavily before my 21st birthday, so it didn't really. Nothing felt different, really.
But you could go to
Yeah,
a
I was a
bar
goody
now.
two shoes, so
Yeah. But I don't
Okay.
go out.
Fair. Well, on that note, I think we'll end the podcast there. Quick reminder, no stream tomorrow. Birthday, not gonna stream. Gonna stream on Thursday though.
Howard.
So we'll be back Thursday, Friday, probably Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, make sure you're following so you don't go live next. So we'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wait, guys,
Motherboard.
JFK, it was